everybody, thanks for coming back to my channel, and this video is going to be entitled the 10 Things Tag. I was tagged by another YouTuber by the name of katbalu. Hi Kat, how are you? And she tagged me to do this video, and basically it's one of these things where you go back and you think, if I knew then 10 years ago what I know now, what kinds of things would those be? And I don't have 10 things that I've come up with, but I have come up with a few, and I'd like to share them with you. And then at the end of this video, I'm going to, in the video bar, put the names of specific people that I am tagging. But even if your name doesn't appear in that list, if you want to participate in the tag, that'd be great. It would be appreciated. So here goes for me. 10 things I wish I had known then, 10 years ago, that I know now. I guess the first thing that I wish I had known then, but I definitely know now, is that you always need to make time for yourself. Particularly as women, even in this day and age, we still tend to get wrapped up and get busy and get sucked in by others that are around us, meaning other people, other situations, other things that we have responsibility for. And I think we still tend to put ourselves on the back burner. I know I do. Even now, this is something that I struggle with, but I have come to the realization that, and I knew it 10 years ago, but I really didn't apply it. And at this stage of my life, I think I apply this to myself more now, although I still tend to struggle with it. But you always need to make time for yourself. You just have to. It is something that is needed for your well-being. So I don't care who you are or what your station in life is or what your situation in life is. You always, always, always need to make time for yourself. And whatever time that is for you is up to you. For me, I need quiet time every day, whether it's just to sit and listen to silence, or maybe to soak in a long hot bath, or to just sit and read maybe a couple of chapters out of a book, listen to music uninterrupted, something that you do just for you. And it's really important that you make this time for yourself every single day. It is necessary for your personal well-being. And at this stage of my life, I truly believe that everyone has at least 10 minutes that they can spend on themselves every day. And I don't think it's something that is selfish. I don't think this is something that is frivolous. Everybody needs to spend time on themselves. You need that time to rejuvenate your spirit. So that is definitely one thing that I wish I had known 10 years ago, but I really understand that concept now. The second thing on my list, and this is just a random list, by the way, this doesn't necessarily mean that I'm listing these things in order of importance from the most important to the least important. But the second thing on my list is that, and those of you that follow my makeup tutorials probably think this will sound kind of strange, coming from a person who absolutely positively loves makeup and loves accessorizing and all those kinds of things. But something else that I've really come to realize as I've gotten older is that beauty is truly defined by the inner spirit, not by the outer appearance. And by that I mean that a person's being is what really defines their beauty. I've known people who have had really gorgeous faces and physically are just absolutely stunning, but their character leaves a lot to be desired. And there is an old saying, those of you that are more mature may remember this saying. I don't know about some of you younger folks, but the saying goes something like this: beauty is as beauty does. And basically what that means is that your actions are going to speak more to the beauty of your character than what your looks do, or the fact that you have a really cute figure, or the fact that you keep up with the latest fashions and you're always on point with the fashion trends. There are so many things out there now that are geared, again, mainly towards women, to keep us looking young and keep us looking beautiful, and we're always chasing after that next product that's going to take care of this wrinkle, or this dull complexion, or it's going to lift or brighten, or slim and firm. And as you get older, whether you really want to acknowledge it or not, if you live long enough and you keep getting older, your physical looks are going to fade. And might as well say it. For most of us, after a certain point in life, we don't look quite as cute as we did when we were younger. Our skin maybe isn't as firm, and of course our hair isn't the same color, and our figures are maybe a little fluffier than what we would like. But those things aren't really important. What's really important is what's on the inside. It's your attitude towards yourself and towards others, your actions towards yourself and towards others, how you relate to those around you, how you reach out to other people, how you comfort and encourage those that are around you. Those are the things that are important. And that comes from the inside. If you have a love of people, and if you have a generous and giving spirit, it's not going to matter so much what you look like on the outside. It really isn't. People will flock to you anyway because of your spirit and what you exhibit in your thoughts and your actions. So I knew that as a younger person, and intellectually I understood that, but as I've gotten older, the true meaning behind those words has become much more clear to me, and it makes a lot of sense. So again, that's something else that, had I really known that 10 years ago, I probably would have done some things a little differently. Another thing on my list, if I had truly known this 10 years ago, I think there are some things in my life that would have unfolded differently. But I know now, and I truly know now, that I am a very, very strong person. And again, to some of you younger ones, that might not make a whole lot of sense. In fact, to some of your older ones, it might not make a lot of sense. But 10 years ago, I was a strong person in the sense that I was very good at my job. I was very, very good and very quick at learning new things. I was very good in being proactive when solving problems in a professional setting. On a personal level, I don't think that I really knew that I had this core of inner strength. I tend to be on the quiet side sometimes. I tend to edit what I say around people, and sometimes I don't always voice my opinion about things, or I don't let my views be known on certain things. I guess because I have the type of personality, I don't like conflict. I'm not a person that argues for the sake of argument. I don't raise my voice a lot. I don't scream and shout and throw tantrums. I'm not that type of person. I tend to be fairly low-keyed. And I guess somewhere in my subconscious, my unconscious, whatever you want to call it, I didn't know I had a core of personal strength that I really do. But within the last 3 to 5 years, I've gone through some things that, at least for me, were pretty tremendous, pretty traumatic. And, I found out that, I won't collapse, and I don't, just totally fall apart in these types of situations. And I've learned that, I can be hurt by a lot of things, but even with the hurt and devastation that I went through, there was just something in me that refused to quit, refused to lie down, just simply refused to give up. I don't know what you want to call that. In fact, I'm not sure I can tell you what I call it. I don't know. And there honestly were times when I felt like I really just wanted to curl up and die. But there was something there that wouldn't let me do it. Something in the teeniest, tiniest, darkest corner of my mind just wouldn't let me do it. So, yeah, I realize now that I have a tremendous inner strength that, is there, and that if I let it, it will sustain me through anything and everything. A fourth thing that I know now that I didn't necessarily know 10 years ago was that when it comes to defining yourself, you are ultimately the one that has to do that. Other people really can't do that for you. Other people can tell you what they think you are, how they think you are, how they think you should be, what they think you should be. But it's really ultimately up to you to define yourself. And if I had really come to a true realization of that 10 years ago, I would probably be much further along in doing what I truly feel that I need to do than what I am today. Just one of those things, I guess it just takes some of us a lot longer than others to figure that one out. The last thing on my list that I have is that if I had known 10 years ago what I know now, I would have known that you have to have your own back. And by that I mean, we all say, oh yeah, this is my girl, this is my boy's got my back, my girl's got my back. And that's great. That's wonderful. In fact, there are a couple of people in my life that I truly feel have my back. And no matter what the situation may be, they'll always be there. But to tell you the truth, you really need to have your own back, because ultimately, you're the only one that you can truly count on. Like I said, there are 2 or 3 people in my life that I feel will stand with me no matter what. They will go to the wall and beyond for me. if I ask them to do that. But it's always good to know that you got your own back, because sometimes you just can't trust that somebody else will be there and go with you all the way. So that was the end of my list. I know katbalu said she couldn't come up with 10 things, and since I didn't want to let too much time elapse between the time she tagged me and the time I did this video, I could only come up with 5. I'm sure there are at least 5 more things that I wish I had known 10 years ago that I know now, but I don't have them on this list. Maybe I'll do a part 2 to this video soon. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's kind of something a little different for me, and I hope it gives you a little bit of insight into who I am as a person. I will put in the description box individuals that I will tag by name, and I would love it if you participate. And even if you are not named in the description box to participate in this tag, if you feel a need to, or you feel an urge to do so, I really hope you would. I would love to see your video responses and learn about you too. All of you, be blessed in this new year. Have a great day, and I will talk to you later. Bye.